All right, chapter 3. Oh, my pen went away. Displaying and describing categorical data. So just a refresher, what was categorical data? What are some examples of that? Yes.
Examples are your name. Well, no, not your name. Your Congress party.
Yep.
Religion.
Gender?
How about jersey number?
Yeah.
How about zip code? Social security number.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. All those are options, as well as all the things that y'all said as well. So today we're looking at categorical, and then I think chapter 4 gets into quantitative. If not, it might be chapter 5. Important point. The most important first step, always make a picture. Okay, now I don't mean like draw a little stick person that's like eating their pie, okay? I'm talking about like drawing a table that you can visually see what's going on. It could be a pie chart, could be a table. We'll see a lot of different ways to make pictures, but it will help a lot. It's not something that I'm like going to take off for if you don't do it necessarily, but it's just something that's going to help you a lot. So a couple definitions here, and then I'll show you visually what these look like. Frequency tables. They record total counts in each category. And then relative frequency table displays the percent of each category. Okay, so the keywords here that you need to look for is total counts for frequency tables. Relative frequency tables are percentages.
Is the example of book used as Titanic in this one?
I have no idea. I don't read it.
I was just wondering because I feel like I remember.
I love that. I don't read it.
All right, so I'm gonna do, well, let's see, a frequency table here, and then I'm gonna do a relative frequency table over here. All right, so I'm gonna draw, it's gonna be 2 columns, 4 rows total, but I'm not gonna actually, it's just gonna be a little table that looks like this for both of them. All right, so for the frequency table, it's gonna be flavor and count. Okay, remember count is the keyword for that one. For the other one, it's going to be flavor and percentage. Okay. Flavor, we're going to do chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Okay. Those are going to be the ones that we do. So I'm going to try to color code things here a little bit. if I can. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but chocolate. And just since I'm dealing with the colors, I'm going to go ahead and just make the whole table and then we'll talk about it. There's going to be 18. And for the other table for chocolate, it's going to be 45%. What color should I use for vanilla? Because I can't really write with white.
Well, like maybe a yellowy orange color, like a cream.
Like that? Maybe?
Yeah.
Sort of. It's probably the same color that's sitting right there, but
We
eh,
like this one better.
details. Vanilla. It's going to be 10. And it's going to be 25%.
Is there gonna be total bar on today?
Do what?
A total bar, like at the bottom?
No,
Okay.
not for this one. And then red for strawberry.
I felt vanilla way wrong. I
Thinks
thought it was probably not.
What do you mean?
she thinks it's vanilla.
Oh,
But it's
I like
vanilla.
vanilla. I was like,
You
well,
guys both think
I'm not sure about that.
Vanilla.
Like, how?
No,
There's
no.
2 A's in vanilla. You can see where I came from. Sort of.
No, why would I put the I at the end?
You're dyslexic.
Okay, so something to note about these. Do they look like the same table?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Do they look like they have the same information in them? No, but they do. They don't look like it, but they do. Okay, one's given in counts, one's given in percentages. If we totaled these up and figured out the percentage of each one, okay, doing 18 out of the total number, 10 out of the total number, and such, we would get these percentages over here. Okay, obviously multiplying by 100. So these tables have the same info in them, even if they don't look like it. Okay, and we'll keep to the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry as we go throughout a few more visuals for you.
It would be so much more fun if we did have ice cream while we like doing this. Like,
What am I doing tonight? Maybe I can make it to the store and get some ice cream.
Should get me a ball.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I should get like the ice cream bars that have all 3 in it.
Yes.
We'll see what I can do. I'm not going to make a promise because I don't know if I'll make it to the store tonight because I have things I'm doing after school. But I'll try. I forgot this was the section that had the ice cream example in it.
I'm not sure if it's spelled picture.
My wrist hurts from like turning my pencil to erase stuff.
All right, we're going to 2 more definitions, and then we'll draw 2 more picture things that go with these. So the area principle is the magnitude of area should correspond to the value it represents. So let's just suppose that I had, let's say there's 10 people in this class and 6 tell me they like chocolate. Okay? It shouldn't look like the one person that likes strawberry. Okay? The picture that I draw shouldn't show a little tiny piece of chocolate and then this huge thing of strawberry if that's not accurate. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get out my compass, my protractor, my ruler, and check and see that it's exactly right, that you did exactly the percentage of the, pie chart or whatever that it needs to be.
That's how that works.
What?
Like for pie charts, you just take the percent it is, and that's the angle you get for this triangle, like the circle.
Well, no, it's not really not really, kind of,
I
but
know.
I more so was just being a little facetious, but like.
I understand. I was a little confused about how it works.
Well, it's because
But I mean, it's a percentage of the whole circle, so it's like if you.
Like, if you were doing a pie chart, though, like, and you with percents. Percents is out of 100, and the circle is 180 degrees, so it wouldn't work if we were.
Circle's 360 degrees.
You know, I can do triangles. I'm sorry. We just did, lots of triangles. I'm done with. I really hate shapes. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just gotta mess with y'all a little bit.
Okay, I just liked how everyone agreed that Taylor was right and got had 180.
Everybody was like, yeah.
No one corrected her.
No one
We
did.
just assumed it was right.
I was
Yeah, you always just assume everything that comes out.
All right, bar charts. So with this,
Yeah, no.
you've probably seen these before. They can also be relative frequency. So what that means is that it can either be used for frequency or relative frequency. Okay, it can be used for count or percentages. They are the same width. Okay, everything width-wise measures the same. You're dealing with the height of the bars. Okay, to adjust it. The bars should not touch. Okay?
Yes, Mr. Cass did tell us. It's something different if they touch, and I don't know what
It is something very different if they touch.
Showed us the picture in the book or something.
Yeah, doesn't it start with an
Yeah, I think.
Both axes need to be clearly labeled. I don't think I can spell. I don't think that's how you spell label. I'm not honestly sure if labeled has 2 L's or 1, so we're going to roll with it. It's 2 because that's what I wrote.
Just guess.
I like it that way. It looks nice.
I honestly don't know either, so.
I thought it was one, but I guessed that.
I don't know. It's just going to be 2 right now. I'm a math teacher, not English teacher. Just don't tell Miss Pat.
It is 1. I wrote it out, and that's better.
Leave
Nah.
it. Leave it.
I don't care enough. I don't care enough to change it. All right, so we're going to draw 2.
Or maybe I don't know.
Okay, so this first one is going to be for frequency. This one is going to be percentages.
So you actually be good at drawing in this class, are you kidding me?
I mean, I don't care if you're good at drawing or not, but
Are we doing the strawberry example?
yeah. So on the frequency one, label the left side 10, 20, and 30. For the percentage one, you can just go from 0 to 50. I don't care about all the stuff in between. Okay, it's just an approximate. If you want to like split it in half and put a 25 on there as well, that's fine. All right, let's see. My chocolate color, I think, was this one. All right, so our count for chocolate was 18. Okay, so I'm going to make a C on the bottom. I'm going to go up and approximate where 18 would be. It's nothing going to be perfect. And draw it and then color it in.
Oh, I need different colors now. Actually, I have a brown pen.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do the frequency one just so that way, like, I don't know if y'all are using different colors, but that way we don't have to keep switching colors back and forth.
It's CVS. Oh,
All right, so the chocolate, so the percentage of this one was 45%, so I'm going to come up here just a little bit below the 50 and draw it. And then I'm going to color it in.
Oh, it's
Wait, it's at what?
And we're just going to use this yellow this time for vanilla. It's about 45 for that one. All right, vanilla's count was 10. So come around the tin, and color it in. And its percentage was 25, so we're going to be over here on the other one about 25%.
I have all these colors. Never mind, I have a brown. Somewhere in here.
If not, I've got a surplus of colors if somebody wants one.
And I have a red.
And I have lots of yellows. Because they don't show up on the screen, so I can't ever use yellow. Alright, and lastly, we're on to strawberry. Strawberry's count was 12, so I'm going to come up just a little bit above where my vanilla line was.
Really? Most people have chocolate?
Chocolate ice cream is nasty. I hate
I love
it.
chocolate.
Sarah's.
Taylor likes it too.
Is Sarah the only one in here who likes
Oh,
chocolate?
Taylor likes
I
it.
like chocolate ice cream, but I'll eat both.
Okay, why is that so mean? I thought
Alright, and then strawberries at 30%.
Are we doing more of the examples like this with the same exact thing?
Yes.
So I'll just do the same
Oh
thing.
shoot, 25. I did not make that very.
We're going to do a pie chart in a minute, and then another table, and then we'll have some other things that come with this as well.
Pie charts are my favorite.
A lot of times, like in stats, there'll be like one example that goes like all the way through the notes.
Ew.
So,
That sounds disgusting.
And you can't change colors.
not a whole lot, no. Alright, one page of notes done.
I really finished the page, so I,
Oh, sorry.
you know, I have highlights.
Alright, next definition. Pie charts. Whole group of cases as a circle.
I like that. I don't know, I like these so much.
Alright, I'm gonna draw a beautiful circle.
Oh, I cannot. do that.
Oh, mine looks like an egg.
Mine didn't look like that to begin with, it kind of changed itself.
I know,
I know, there's that one half where you get like,
That's
Oh,
why I
no,
should
it
and
doesn't
I
look
took
like-
it.
It's
take
like a
this on
tomato.
myself.
Your whole page.
yeah.
Alright, so over here, I'm gonna go ahead and label chocolate,
Oh, it's awful.
vanilla,
Wait, are we only doing one circle?
yes.
Good, I didn't know how big.
So with pie charts, it's gotta be the relative frequency. It's gotta be the percentages one, because the other option,
400.
is just counts, and there's no way to break that up, so it's gotta be the percentages that we use for that.
I'm proud of this. It's actually not too bad.
Mine looks like Bob the Tomato.
Alright, so
Doesn't it? Yes, it does.
I'm gonna go ahead and break this up into pieces, and then we'll color it in and label everything. So again, you're going with frequency, so 45% for chocolate. So I need almost the whole thing to be broken up for, or almost half, sorry, not the whole thing. I need almost half of it to be broken up for chocolate.
What? How did you do that so good? That is just not fair.
I think I did it wrong. I think
It's
there was
four.
an error.
It's 45, 25, 35, right? In order of the percents.
Oh, good.
45, 25, 30.
30, not 35. Dang it, that's why my strawberry looks so weird. Oh well, it's too long, but it's alright.
Okay, so it just got to be close. So let's see. This one looks a little smaller, so this one's going to be vanilla, strawberry, and then chocolate.
You know, I can't believe I like vanilla ice cream. I think it's cool.
Which one's smaller?
The
For
vanilla.
the vanilla is a little smaller.
Very sure it's vanilla.
How come people eat more strawberry?
I love strawberry.
All right, so then I'm going to use my little highlighter function, and I'm going to color in. So chocolate is gonna be, whoa, that's way too big. Hold on. 1 second.
Very much.
Okay, that's gonna be the one for chocolate. So I'm just gonna do a little light coating in here.
Chocolate
Color in that area. Vanilla.
I kind of feel like strawberry looks the same size as chocolate.
It's okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna actually measure.
Good,
That
because
makes
mine
sense.
looks more like 15 and like not 30.
Mine looks like a peace sign.
Mine looks like a whack.
Okay, and then strawberries over here.
Believe it, Maddie.
Oh. Really getting in there.
All right, so pie charts don't necessarily tell you the exact percentage by looking at it, okay, but it's a really good visual representation. You could look at that and say that chocolate is definitely more frequently chosen than strawberry or vanilla, okay?
Yeah.
It has to answer more generic questions for you.
Taylor,
They're
that's
just so
good.
cool to me. I don't know why. I just
They're my favorite, but they don't really tell you enough information to really be useful.
They might not be useful, but they're my
I thought
absolute
mine
favorite.
were. Taylor, I thought
My
mine
least favorite
were.
are the tables because they're boring looking.
And then I looked at yours.
Thanks.
Yeah, the next one's going to be
It's not in
interesting.
the middle part, so.
All right,
Is it big? Do I need lots of space?
contingency tables. If you want to get this with its definition and everything, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines to the bottom of the table, and then there's a few things that need to be written under the table and pointed to in the table. So you probably need about 10 lines. If you don't have 10 lines and you want the definition and the table to all be together, I would.
I have a
Okay, I'm good. We're good.
Change.
Guys, I spelled contingency with 2 G's.
That's really bad.
That's
spelling.
really bad.
I feel like I turned the thing up, Maddie, when we walked in, and now I feel like it's getting too warm.
It is very warm.
I was sitting out there, I was like freezing, and then I'm like, it's getting a little toasty. See, for last year after lunch, my room was always freezing. It didn't matter, I could crank it to the other side, and it would be freezing.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
so
gosh, I
annoying.
just put 2 S's on the table.
Okay, it's not as bad as mine. You can really tell that contingency is wrong.
All right, so for this, the definition,
So good.
or what it's used for, it's used to compare different categorical variables. It's also known as a two-way table.
I'm cool. I already don't like it.
All right, so you're gonna have 5 columns, 4 rows.
I'm just gonna wait for you to draw it and then. Okay. So you don't forget the value. I get it. It's a bit lopsided.
Just a bit.
Okay. Let's see if I can draw it.
How many lines is that though? Like on our paper?
1,
2, 3, 4.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, mine looks funny.
I didn't,
Okay, I didn't know if it was gonna like take up like more than one line for each one.
Oh no, it's just gonna be one word or number going in each box.
No, then mine's really big.
That's kind of sad.
I mean, it took up like that. I mean,
But like mine, big.
all right, the top left box isn't getting anything written in it.
Loser.
The second box on the top is chocolate. The next one is vanilla. Then strawberry.
What?
Then total.
Oh. Oh.
And male. Female. And total.
It's not male like male room.
No, it
Why
does
did you
not.
write that? My sister's so smart.
Well, she just said male, and I'm like, okay. Started writing male, and it wasn't male. It's dumb.
Oh, that's the wrong color.
I just want to say I'm kind of glad this is the class that's after lunch because it'll make time pass better. Last year I had calculus after lunch, and I always felt like it took so long. This class I do a lot more in than I do in the other classes because there's just so many notes and stuff. So like I physically need to do more things than I do in other
It's more
classes.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Still not my favorite class to
Yeah.
teach, but
Which one is your favorite?
algebra 2.
Last
year's
year's
class?
class?
Why though? Like,
I was gonna say.
And then pre-cal is a close second.
No, she likes watching people freak out when they get to trig.
I just like teaching trig. Like I like people like experiencing it for the first time.
I did not have
Like,
a
I
good
wanna watch
experience. Mine was
them.
bad.
And
I
then
wanna
like
watch
you
them
don't
burn.
get.
That would be you.
All right, so under chocolate for male, it's gonna be 15. Katie's numbers are gonna be a little different.
Yeah, you'd be like fail, kids.
I feel like there's gonna be
Female, it's gonna be 20.
Oh, I lied. I feel like more guys like chocolate.
We'll total everything in a minute. Vanilla,
You know, I see that.
5 and 12.
Yeah, girls.
I guess girls just eat my ice cream.
And strawberry is
You are sad.
10 and 8.
You know what, guys? When I'm sad, I eat ice cream, so I see it.
All right, so then the totals, I'm going to start over here on the right and work my way down and then backwards. Okay, so it's going to be 30,
I can add.
40, 70. It's going away. And I'm working my way backwards. 18. Hello. 17.
35. Oh, I can count.
35.
I'm so cool, guys.
oh, I wrote it in the wrong letters. In the
What?
wrong color.
Oh, I did the wrong color. See? Dang.
I thought you said I wrote in the wrong letter.
I did say that.
Oh.
Well, the totals don't really matter what color they're in.
I didn't put the chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry in the right
Yeah,
colors.
it's all
I just did all the totals in blue because I was already on blue and I didn't feel like changing.
Is that it?
Whatever, it works.
That's it, but we're gonna label a few things in here.
My eyeball itches.
I see.
Dang it.
Okay, something to note with these, this table can also be used for, and leave this space open over here, for relative frequency. So I could do the same type of table with percentages. Okay, obviously the total that ends up in the bottom right corner, if you're doing it with percentages, needs to be 100. Okay, the only way that's not going to happen is if there is some like outlier, like if Rocky Road was an option and like one person said it and you didn't count it, then that's the only way that it's not going to total up to 100. But for the sake of everything we do, it should be 100. Okay. All right, so all the numbers in the table, okay, so I'm just going to draw it to that side, but all the numbers in the table show conditional distributions.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, and then I'm going to draw kind of a funny looking arrow here, but you'll see why I'm doing it in a second.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, This is called a marginal distribution.
That I remember Mr. Cass saying.
So you just draw an arrow to the 70s.
Okay, yes. So basically, what this is showing you, the reason I have it drawn kind of like that is to show you that it's the total from the final total. So it's the category totals coming from the bottom and then from that right side column. We can use contingency tables to see if there is an association between variables or if they are independent. So to kind of tie into that, if the distribution of one variable is the same for all categories of another, we can say the variables are independent. All right, so using the table, okay, looking back, so we're going to look at the men's distribution, okay, for each flavor, and the women's distribution for each flavor. So for the men, it was, let's see, chocolate was 15 out of, okay, look, we're dealing with men, so it's 15 out of 30. Okay, so that's where we're going to get those numbers from. So it was 15 out of 30 for chocolate. Women was 20 out of 40. For vanilla, it was 5 out of 30 and 12 out of 40. And then strawberry is 10 out of 30 and 8 out of 40. Okay, so we're going to evaluate each flavor in comparison to each gender. So for chocolate, %50 of men chose chocolate, as well as 50% of women chose chocolate. Okay, now for these percentages, obviously I would type them into the calculator. I just already have them done out, so that's why. Anyways, that's where I'm getting them from. So for vanilla, 17% of men, 30% of women.
Berkeley is still vanilla like you now.
And then lastly for strawberry, 33% of men and 20% of women. Okay, so the fact, whoa, I don't like that. The fact that these are different indicates
Oh, man.
a lack of independence. So to conclude this part and where we're going to stop for today, men are more likely to prefer strawberry than vanilla. Women are the reverse. So tomorrow we'll pick up a little bit. There's a little tiny thing we're still going to do with the ice cream example tomorrow. And then we're going to move into another example of those. And then I have to see if I have a worksheet for the stuff tomorrow or if we're just pulling some out of the book to do. I've got a few in my notes here, but I need to check and see if I've got a packet for this. But anyways, that's it for today. And like I said, we'll finish up the notes tomorrow for this chapter.